What's going on, everybody? Super lightweight world champion Barrios here. I'm taking over the PBC Facebook Live for a little bit, just to answer any kind of questions that anybody may have. Just to talk about everything going on, talk about what I've been doing during this whole quarantine, and yeah, it's been a different time for everybody, especially as fighters. Most of us, we're getting very antsy, to get back into what we're used to doing. Here with my dog Raiden. He's a Texas Husky. My little sisters. It's a very rare sight having them up this early. So yeah, what is there anything you guys want to ask? Anything you guys want to talk about? Go ahead. Type away. Ask away. What's up, everybody? Leonardo Jr., Miles Barsola. I'm still at a super lightweight at the moment. We're looking to get at least one title defense for sure. And hopefully, I'll try to stay here as long as I can. And if it becomes so much of a struggle for me, then then we're going to look to move up. I'm looking to fight whoever. Of course, I want the champions currently. If I could get any one of them, whichever one comes first, I'll be ready. Whether it be Ramirez, whether it be Taylor. During this whole thing, I've been staying as busy as I can, and as soon as all this is over, I'll be ready, to jump back right in the ring. Oh man, the last fight that was something. It wasn't a fight that my family, a lot of my team, they didn't like. But I'm a warrior. I said it before. Going into that fight, I dominated the early rounds, with the knockdown, but Akman Dog, came off, very strong. And going into that last round, I had it a draw, and I knew, and everybody in my corner knew that we had to make something happen. And fortunately, I was able, to find that big right hand. And, I'll say it myself, that last knockdown was solidified the fight for me. I'm at 140, currently. Like I said, I'm planning on sticking around here as long as I can. Appreciate it, for the body shot shout out, one of my favorite shots. The WBC champ is Ramirez, I believe. Spence versus Crawford. Man, I'm a Texas boy. I got Spence all day. I said it before. I'm more than willing to give my last opponent a rematch. It was a war. I think the rematch is something he deserves also. To try to prove that he could try to take in the title. But given the second fight does happen, I'm gonna be more than ready. I'm gonna correct all the mistakes that I was making, and we're gonna dominate in the second fight. I'll fight anybody. So, Safir, I can't say your last name. Hey, Melvin from Puerto Rico. Gave out a look of the backyard if I can figure out how to flip this. It's a nice day out here in San Antonio. Canelo versus Charlo. Man, I'm not the biggest Canelo fan, but, you definitely have to give credit where credit is due. And that man, he's super talented. He's grown tremendously as a boxer. But, I can't say, though, I am a Charlo fan. I've backed them, since, early in their career. They're from Houston, which ain't too far. And, so given that fight, I would, it would be hard to pick a side. But, I would lean towards Charlo on them, just given because I know them better. But, it'll be a hell of a fight. Canelo, like I said, his ring IQ, has grown so much from, his early career. I really believe, after that Mayweather fight, he grew into a very intelligent fighter, very defensive now, he still is very offensive, still very aggressive. And, yeah, man, so that would definitely be a war. That would be probably one of the fights of the years. What's up, Anthony? Man, I'll tell my boss to put in a pool, but man, he just brought in a pool table, and he messed up his back bringing that in. So I mean, you know, we're gonna take some stress off him. You know, stop trying to put stuff in the house. What's up from to Albuquerque 505? Paul Sanchez, how's it going, man? Tank versus Leo. Man, Tank, you know, he's I feel like he's in his prime, you know, and I feel like he's been needing a big fight and he's been looking for it. So I'd probably, you know, lean towards Tank that fight. You know, he's a very defensive fighter. He's a very explosive too. Man, appreciate about the shirt, man. You know, Mr. T, the hundreds, Rocky 3 collab. It was sick. I mean, as soon as I saw it, I had to grab it. What's up to Abilene? How's it going, Eddie? Hope everything's been good out there. This is my dog. He suits me very well. If I had to fight in an empty arena, you know, given, you know, all this right afterwards, I wouldn't have no problem with it. You know, my job is to go in there and fight whoever it is that, you know, that I'm matched with. You know, so given there's a crowd or not, I'll be more than willing, to fight with an empty crowd. You know, I mean, I know regardless it would be televised as well. So I mean that's all that matters. You know, the fans will still be able to watch and everything. What's going on, Omar? That's my bro right there. He's also up next. In the next 3 years, I mean, as everybody knows, you know, this sport, it's hard, you know, to look, you know, so far ahead. And, I mean, I'm just taking it, you know, fight by fight at the moment. You know, next, like I said, I want to get that defense, that title defense in, you know, with the title I won. And, you know, I mean, I'm going to try to stick around at 140 as long as I can. But once, you know, like I said, once I can't make the weight no more, you know, we're planning on moving up. And, you know, just continuing on what I do best. What's going on, Chris? I feel like some boxers don't want to fight in an empty arena because, you know, for some fighters, you know, the crowd plays a big factor, you know, into the fights. I've always, you know, tried to fight, you know, not letting the crowd dictate, you know, what's going on. But, I mean, you know, it's hard sometimes. You know, you get real caught up, especially, you know, when the crowd starts getting hyped. Or, you know, I've been in there sometimes, you know, where the crowd starts booing and you feel pressure, you know, to make something happen. But you got to remember at the end of the day, you know, it's you in that ring, you know, nobody else. You know, so I can't speak for other fighters. You know, I can only speak for myself. And I know I wouldn't have a problem fighting within an empty arena. Bobby, to answer your question, my sister, she's training as well. I know she wants to get back in there, you know, just as soon as she can. Hopefully we could get her on one of my cards. I feel, you know, that's definitely been one of our goals, you know, from the beginning is, you know, to make that happen. And, I mean, I know that it's something that she wants. It's something, you know, we've talked about for years. I mean, hopefully, you know, we can make all that happen. Training been going at home. It's been hard to make stuff happen. We have a bag here in the gym, and we know we try to do as much as we can. You know, me, my pops, my sister. You know, we've even been putting my little sisters, you know, through some workouts. You know, they haven't been too excited about that, but I mean, they've been bored as well. But you know, I just try to do as much as I can. You know, my road work, my strength conditioning. You know, just waiting, you know, for all the gyms to open back up, you know, so we can get back in. What's going on, Chevelle? That's my dude, man. Me and Chevelle, you know, grew up, I mean, since we were kids, man, fighting together and everything. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to read everybody's comments. Micah Garcia, I mean, that'll be a great option, you know. I mean, I feel like he's already made a tremendous name for himself. You know, he's getting close, you know, to that legend status with a lot of what he has accomplished. You know, multi-divisional world champion. I trained with him a little bit out there in the Bay Area when he was getting ready for the Spence fight. You know, he was out there with Snack. Great guy to be around. You know, very, very uplifting, very encouraging. You know, so a fight with him, even him, I mean, I'll be more than willing. You know, like I said, I mean, I'm a fighter. That's, you know, that's what I do. What's up, Rochester, New York, 585. My next fight, like I said, you know, I'm just waiting for all this to blow over, and I mean, as soon as it's over, you know, I'm looking to get right back into it. What's up, Oscar, El Paso, Luis, what's going, man? Isaac, Coach Rojo. What's up, Luis? Oh man, those TNT days at Woodlawn, man, those are the days, man. My dad would be pushing my ass, dude. He'll be trying to have me wear 20s, but that went past my arms. I was so small. Yeah. I mean, aside from everything, though, you know, I hope all you guys have been good. You know, have been, you know, safe throughout all this. You know, taking the you know, the right protocols. You know, so we can, you know, just get back to, you know, our regular lives, you know, as soon as possible. My favorite Mexican boxer, growing up, Juan Manuel Marquez. He was always a fighter I loved watching because of how technical he was, and even under pressure, you know, at all times. I mean, it's just something about even his stance and everything, just the way he was been able, you know, to just like slip in, you know, those short left uppercuts and even the right uppercuts. You know, he would do somebody that I love to watch, you know, even as a kid. Miles, yeah, you know, I've said it before, man, I'm a warrior. I feel like, you know, I proved that, you know, with my last fight. I mean, even, you know, when there's times, you know, where, you know, I'm getting my ass beat, you know, there ain't no quitting me, you know, that the Aztec blood runs strong. So, I mean, you know, to get me out of there, you're literally going to have to kill me. It's Sir David Marquez all day, bro. Here with these guys, little sisters. They hate being showed off. What's up? What's Laco, Texas? Hey Angie, how's it going? What I think about Canelo? I said it in a couple minutes before. He's a tremendous fighter, man. You know, I couldn't really say, you know, I've been a huge fan, you know, for, you know, since the beginning, but you have to appreciate, you know, what he does in that ring, you know, defensively, offensively. You know, he does a great job, you know, when he's in that ring, and he's grown tremendously as a fighter.